inside, told me to rebel against God, and I told him no. I got a feeling inside, I think that it's lust, I can't let it grow. The devil, he tried to beguile me, but I looked at him and I told him no. It's venom. I'm from the tribe of Judah, I'm rocking with Levi, ain't talking the denim. I gotta judge the people, but I do not have the power to condemn them. Little ones, I can't offend them. Casting out demons, I'm looking for swine to find out where do I send them. I heard this beat, it was groovy. You see us marching, we got a whole camera team, look like we shooting a movie. Attitude just like I'm Riley, knowledgeable like I'm Huey. All of you nations, you owe me, like you're Brian and I'm Stewie. Ooey. Gross. Just like the darkness inside of my people, I see it's been growing the most. It's crazy how niggas be talking, they doing a lot, but doing the most. They broken the bread and turn it to toast. Whoa. What's funny is I put the blunt down, but Christians still asking for smoke. I'm pulling precept on precept on precept on precept, and all they can do is just quote. Don't cut a man in the midst of his speech. Only thing cutting me off is a comma. Only thing sitting me down is a diner. That's when I eat. Bon appetit. Only one setting things off, no Latifah. Only one's running things just like a sneaker. Only one's crying aloud like a speaker. You sit alone on the side like a bleacher. I keep the laws of God, I can teach you. We at the top, just like a teacher. You feel the curse because he is.
Shalom, shalom, Most High Christ bless. We back with another one. Shalom, brothers. Shalom, sisters. Most High Christ bless. All right, so today's class is entitled, put the thumbnail up. We're going to get right into it. Read that title.
The Haven of Death.
The Haven of Death. That's what we talking about today. Because contrary to what our people say, they say this is the land of milk and honey. This is the American dream. If it's not here, they say that about the UK, or they go to Germany or somewhere in Europe to go to school, and they say this is everything that I've hoped for. So we're going to show you what this place really is according to the Bible. We're going to show you things that's going on in the earth, stuff that they got set up to destroy us in this place, because it's a haven of death. That's what this place is. We wasn't here to live it up. We got brought here to get our minds right, because this was a punishment. We didn't get brought here for this to be our heaven. We got to understand that. So first, let's get that video 1 from the movie End of Poverty. Make sure y'all watch this. This is just a short clip talking about why countries end up in poverty. Listen good. Play that 5501 to 5643.
The yellow brick road. It led nowhere at all, but tax revenues went south for most developing countries, particularly in Africa. The fourth strand of the Washington Consensus was sell off your state's assets.
Now,
in most cases...
Pause real quick. It's going to be hard to understand him. He got a thick British accent, but he's talking about why places like Africa became impoverished. It's funny places where we live at become impoverished. Play.
And the fees that were paid to World Bank consultants and all of the Western consultants involved were so astronomical that the end price that many developing countries got for their sales were minimal.
All of the public companies.
It was probably hard to hear him, but he mentioned the World Bank. The World Bank dictate what your money is worth. Why is it over here $50 is $50, but then when you go somewhere else, you got $50, you really got $10 over there in that place, because they decide what the money is worth. Play on. Now, it's going to be a little clearer. It's going to be very clear to hear her. She doesn't have a thick accent. Listen to what she says. Play.
Whether they had to do with investing in agriculture, or whether they were public telephone companies or public whatever, roads companies, or all of that, or nearly all, has had to be privatized. So there again, you get an opportunity for private companies to extract wealth. The World Bank used to publish, maybe it still does, but all through the 80s and the early 90s, every year it published in microscopic print long lists of companies that had been privatized.
Stop. So she said in fine print, it will list companies that are privatized, meaning these is private companies that invest in taking what? Resources, wealth, private companies that you don't know about. Play.
Countries under structural adjustment programs. And every year, I counted them approximately. It was sort of 13 to 1,500 companies a year. They were sometimes bought by local elites. They were often, particularly the larger ones, bought by our own transnational corporations.
Bolivia became the lab rat. Bolivia was
Stop. So all these private companies be having a hand in destabilizing countries. They be having a hand in using up the resources. And I stop right there for a reason. Who did he say was the lab rat? Bolivia. Where's that at? South America. Really quick, Bolivia. Bolivia, that's the tribe of Asher. Why is it where our people live at, they have to be the guinea pigs? They have to be your test subjects for whatever you trying to do. Finish it up. That should be the end of the timestamp. 43, yep, 56, 43.
The chief test lab in South America for these policies of privatization, market fundamentalism, the things that led to the water revolt, that led to all of these issues here in Bolivia. And that's really the trajectory of how Bolivia got here historically.
So stop right there. You could drop it. He said that's how we got there in Bolivia. That's how Bolivia became the way it is. Because people was doing what? Preying on Bolivia. Preying on the places that our people live in. What are we showing you? The environment is a design environment. Why do you think, just look at Chicago. You can go to one part of Chicago and it's beautiful. You got a skyline, you got stores and all of this, but then when you come south or you go west, it changes all of a sudden. That's by design. We got a map. You can pull that map up just to show where that is. Show where Bolivia is. That is in South America. That is the tribe of Asher. See, Bolivia is by Brazil. So y'all could see that. You could drop that. From there, get Micah 2 verse 10. This is a design environment. A lot of us, we be saying, oh, we on the bottom because it's something we ain't doing. No, they made it this way. It's a reason why the neighborhood, the dynamic changes when you drive a couple of miles. And you see this on the south side, the west side. You see this. Read that. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. This is for all our people. You need to wake up. This is not the land of milk and honey. Read.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10.
What does God say this place is? Read.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Read it again.
Arise ye and depart.
God said arise and depart. You should not be taking part in the things that go on in this place. And we're going to show you what go on in this place. All this stuff is set up to destroy you, brothers and sisters. Read on.
For this is not your rest.
This is not your rest. You got our people, they be complaining. Oh, they taking away WIC. They taking away food stamps. This is not your rest. Right. Oh, man, they raising the prices of groceries. They taking away this. They taking away that. I was an affirmative action hire. Now they saying I might get fired. This is not your rest. Too many of our people think that this is heaven. This is paradise. This is not paradise. This is the land of your captivity. Read on.
Because it is polluted.
What is this place?
It is polluted.
We're going to show you how polluted this place is. We got like 4 things that we're going to cover to show you how polluted this place is. These 4 things we're going to cover is these 4 weapons they use to destroy our people. Read on.
It shall destroy you. Even with a sword destruction.
He said this place is polluted and it will destroy you with a sword destruction. That's why people, you look at them, they be confused, they be lost. Why is this going on? Why is that going on? Get Psalms 107 and 10. Psalms 107 and verse 10.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 107 and verse 10.
Read.
Such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron.
This verse is explaining the shadow of death. Remember Psalms 23? Everybody knows Psalms 23. Big mama in the church be, oh, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Don't even know what she's talking about. But this is telling you what the shadow of death is. Read it again.
Such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron.
That's chains. That is the place of your captivity. We are in the shadow of death. We are in the place of our captivity, not the place of paradise. We're going to talk about paradise towards the end. This is not a place of paradise. This is not a place of happiness. That's why we keep getting a foot up our behind. You don't find it crazy? You can look in the 50s and 60s. They had the signs on their chest saying, I am a man. And then you fast forward. What was that? When Mike Brown was killed, people was marching. What they had? The same signs. I am a man. Ain't nothing changed from there. Get Psalm 64 verse 1. We're going to read down to 4.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 1.
The reason why this environment is the way that it is because your enemies made it this way. Yes, this is the place of our captivity. We got brought into slavery because we broke God's commandments. But your enemies, those that hate you, want to keep it this way. Keep it so you become a criminal, a whore, a drug addict. They want us to stay like that. That's why it's built and made like this. Read.
Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
From fear of the enemy. Read.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
That wicked is who? The so-called white man. That is the main wicked on the face of this earth. They are the ones ruling. They are the ones in power. They rule the earth. Read.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows. Even bitter words.
Speaking against our people. Every time it's something evil or wicked, we are the criminals. We are the thugs. We are the ones you need to shy away from. But when you look behind closed doors, they blowing everybody to hell and back. They are dropping bombs on countries. They are kicking the door in and saying, we want this area. We taking it. They are the thieves. They are the criminals. But they say, we are. You blacks and you Hispanics, you are the criminals. Read.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Because nobody knows what's really going on. It's a whole plot and plan to destroy the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
They don't fear. They think they can continue to do this. Read.
Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily.
A snare is a trap. The school to prison pipeline is a snare. It's a trap. Why? They don't do that to nobody else. Why? Because they invest in the prison that you going to end up in. It's all connected. From there, get Psalms 83 verse 1. Hey, get a quick picture of the UN table. Psalms 83 verse 1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God.
This is Asaph praying to the Lord. He said, Lord, don't keep silence. Read.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
Read.
For lo, thine enemies make
what did he say?
Thine enemies.
Who?
Thine enemies.
God got enemies. Read.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
An angry gathering. Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Those that hate God have lifted up their head. Look at that. Those are those meetings that they have. We not sitting in those meetings. In those meetings, they talk about how they could stay on top and we could stay on the bottom. We don't have no representative in the meetings. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Crafty counsel, secret plots against our people. How can we keep them on the bottom? How can we keep using them as our cheap labor force? Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consult against our hidden ones. We are hidden because the rest of the world, when you say Jews, They think of Caucasians. They don't think of nobody else. They think of Caucasians when you say Jews. Whole time the Jews is in the slums and ghettos. The Jews is the garbage truck worker. The Jews is the ones that's the high school teacher at a bad high school, trying to work and fight with the kids to get them to learn something. The people that's deemed insignificant, those are the Jews. But the rest of the world don't know that. Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
The goal is to cut off these people from being a nation. Who? The 12 tribes of Israel. How can we destroy them? Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why we don't even know that we the Israelites. All praises to the grace of God. This truth sprung throughout the earth. And the Most High put the Spirit on men of God to go into these scriptures and teach this word. And now we all in here know who we are. But this ain't common knowledge. This was hidden from you on purpose. It's thousands of books that show the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as the Israelites. Why they ain't never showed us this in school? Because it was done on purpose. Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They are what?
They are confederate against thee.
They are in agreement against us. Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The white man, he is the number one. Read.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Arab.
Of Moab.
You know what's funny? When you see them three nations at the top, and then after that, it going to the rest of them, right? But them three nations, they all got businesses in our neighborhood. You think that's a coincidence? The so-called Chinese, they got the what? The weave shop, the nail shop. Everywhere, even down south, Moab, Ching Chong, Moab down south. Doing what? Making money off our people. Guess what? The Arab got a liquor store in all the slums and ghettos, and they make buku bread off giving our people liquor. So this environment is by design to destroy us and keep us down. From there, get Deuteronomy 28 and 29. This what we don't be understanding.
The book of Deuteronomy.
We complain, why I can't get ahead? Why? This place was made like that. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
When he says grope, think about somebody that's blind. They touching the wall trying to find their way around. That's us as a people. We try religion after religion after religion, and we still ain't getting in touch with God. We like a blind man walking. Us as a whole race is like a blind man walking trying to find his way because we lost. Read.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
God said we won't prosper in our ways. Read on.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
He said we be only oppressed and spoil. Oppressed and spoil. You could go outside these doors, ride up and down these streets. You will see our people oppressed and spoil. When you go to where they live, they people ain't doing the dope fiend lean at the bus stop or got a whole tent outside in a park sleeping in it. Some of they people do be homeless, but we the vast majority. They living in the best of the best. But why did that happen? Because we broke God's commandments. Again, this is not a place of peace. This is a place of punishment for us to get our mind right. That's what we got to understand. Now, why is it a haven of death? Here's one of the reasons. We got video 2 queued up. One of the things that they push on our people is the Sodom agenda, the same-sex agenda. They push that on our people. Press play. We ain't got sound.
Dyson is an interesting 5-year-old boy is because he likes to... The Today Show interviewed a 5-year-old by the name of Dyson and his mom, Cheryl. And the reason why Dyson is an interesting 5-year-old boy is because he likes to refer to himself as Princess Boy. So we have the video. You guys will understand why he's referred to as Princess Boy.
Y'all heard right? He's an interesting boy because he likes to refer to himself as Princess Boy. Watch. Keep watching. Press play.
So we have the video. You guys will understand why he's referred to as Princess Boy. And then we'll discuss.
Yeah.
I'm a princess boy, and I love wearing dresses, and I love the colors of pink and red. I'm a princess in a castle.
For little Dyson, now 5, this is part of his everyday play. But for his mom, Cheryl Killa-Davis, it took some getting used to.
My initial reaction was to redirect, play with the truck, or read certain books.
Stop. She said her natural reaction was to redirect or get him to look at certain books, which was the natural reaction. But today, they will coddle that behavior. They will say, oh, no, it's okay. That is a boy. He shouldn't have on no dress. Right. Now, today, everything is full of confusion. Play.
Wanted to be a princess for Halloween, Cheryl initially resisted, but soon changed her mind.
My older son, Kobe, said,
now wait, you gotta ask yourself, why would she change her mind? Because the world will scold her. That's her son. So if she wanted to shut that down, which she rightfully so had the right to, they would scold her. Why you not letting him express himself? Because he's a boy. He don't need to have that on. But in today's world, they scold you. They ostracize you. Oh, you're a hater. You're not about love and peace. That's not love and peace. That's destroying that little boy's soul. Play.
You just let him be happy. And at that moment, I knew that this was more my issue. And if Jacoby could be a ninja, why couldn't he be a princess?
Since then, they've allowed their youngest son to explore his interest in all things dressy and sparkly.
He's not contagious. He's just like any other kid. Plays checkers, he plays in the trees. He just likes to do it in the dress. Big deal.
He likes pretty things.
You see, they got the father. They've been working on our people for a long time. You know where it started at? Who used to watch the Looney Tunes back in the day? Who used to watch that? That's where it started at. I know we thought that was harmless. That's where it started at. Because Bugs Bunny is a male rabbit. Why was he putting on a dress? They kept introducing that stuff in front of us. Dress and lipstick, yep. They kept putting it in front of us, and then they'll slide it in somewhere else. You know where they really got everybody? Watch the sisters. How many of y'all used to watch Medea? Yeah. That's where they got us at. That's where they got our people at. Oh, ha, ha, ha. From Medea, it went to what? Big Mama's house. Remember, Martin Lawrence show. Shanae. He didn't need to make that character. Then Jamie Foxx show. What was the one he played? Yep, you can pull them images up. Wanda. So y'all see how they started off very small with the cartoons, and they kept pushing it on our people over and over. Pull that up. This where it started way back when. That is a male. He was a male rabbit in that cartoon series. Babs was the female. Go hover over Babs. Babs Bunny, the female. She on the t-shirt right there. Because all them is Bugs Bunny. All them pictures you hovering over, that's Bugs Bunny, the male. Right there. That was Babs Bunny. She was the girl. They could have had her do that. But no, they made sure the male rabbit was putting the dress and the lipstick on. And kids was watching that. Us, our people. You could drop that from there. Get the third video now. Why was that a problem? Because they started early with the kids. Then you got people like Dwayne Wade's son. That's how that stuff started. Now you see him, he not even speaking against it no more. He's in full-blown support. This place is a haven of death to destroy us. Play this. Some of y'all may know who this is. This is the rapper Young Jock. Yes, Young Jock. I remember when his CD dropped. He had a song called Meet Me in the Trap. He had another song called My Cutthroat. Now look at him. How he go from Meet Me in the Trap, My Cutthroat to this.
The hell is this?
And this is old. But we gotta see this for what it is. They've been working on our people for a long time. He ain't the first one. We can go down the line. It's always an actor, a rapper, a basketball player, an entertainer with a dress on. They make sure they put our brothers in dresses. Play.
News flash. Y'all probably wondering what the hell y'all got the hell going on. Every time I see that little picture, I'm like, damn, what is going on? It's called internet manipulation.
Stop. He's going to justify why he had a ballroom dress on. That's what he's going to try to do. Play.
This is going to be one of the craziest times ever in my life or career for when it comes to the internet. Am I going to take full advantage of it, or will I be silent? I will not be silent, and yes, I will take full advantage of it. At this point in my life, you must watch. I'm currently on 4 television shows on VH1. You will see me coming up here in October on
So what he's doing now he's naming the 4 television shows that he's gonna be on that coming month. So because he finna be on some TV shows, the dress don't matter. Play.
Get famous. After that, I'm pretty sure you'll probably see me on Leave It to Stevie. Then you probably turn around and see me on Hip Hop Squares. And,
And then look what he's doing now. Now he's showing his money. Negro, that don't negate what you just did.
Right.
You hear how he sound? He sound very prideful. Well, I'm gonna be on 4 TV shows. Now he's showing his little stack of money, but you just toss your dignity aside to put a dress on. Play.
On Possibly Love and Hip Hop. So
look.
So check game. This is gonna be probably my last time even mentioning this shit, especially until the show come out. I knew the type of backlash that would come from this shit. I did. But let me address 1 and 2 things real quick.
Listen to what he say.
For those of you who so quick to call on the Illuminati and say I sold my soul, tell me how I sold my soul. I mean, yeah, I fucked around. Some shit had to happen in a situation.
Listen.
I had to man up, put on a fucking dress.
Wait a minute. He say he had to man up and put a dress on.
Hell no.
Yes. This is Meet Me in the Trap Man. My Cutthroat, that's him. He said he had to man up and put a dress on. Why do you think they would have him do that? Because little boys listen to him. Little boys used to play his album. He had one of the top albums in the early 2000s. So that's what they do with these entertainers. What's another name they call these entertainers? It started with an I. Idols. Idols, because people worship them. So if Young Jock, a little boy, listen to Young Jock, he see Young Jock with a dress, oh, I guess it's cool. If a young boy don't listen to rap, he watch basketball. What was the basketball player that had a dress on? Russell Westbrook. A lot of young boys like Russell Westbrook. And he had a whole skirt on. They used them to influence our people. From there, let's get video 4. Why is this a problem? Before we play video 4, why is this a problem? Because all that's going to do is desensitize you. The stuff that's not right, you're going to start thinking it's okay. Hold on before we put it up. You're going to start thinking the things that's wrong is okay. Because they made you numb to it. It's the same way our people in Chicago become numb to murder. I ran into a sister who lived in one of the areas with the mass shootings. I said, how's everybody in the area? She like, well, you know, they just right back to scheduled programming because you so desensitized. So if we like that with murders and shootings, it's going to happen with this. Play this. This was recent. This was recent.
How
a day, you could save 50 pounds a person. Sounds real good, though. That's 200 pounds
we don't
for a family of 4.
Mute it, because we don't want to get no strike for the music. Those are men. It was a bunch of men. I don't know what this, some type of event. Bunch of men went to New Orleans with skirts on, with red dresses and skirts. Do y'all see this? You could drop it. Get Isaiah 5:20. This is the haven of death. All this stuff, these different agendas, the different stuff they like to push on us is to destroy our people. Because they don't push that on their people. They push it on our people. Read that. Isaiah 5:20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20.
Read.
Woe unto them that call evil good.
In this place they call evil good. They will see a little boy being effeminate and they will tap him on the back like, it's okay, express yourself. That's evil. He is supposed to grow up, have a wife, have children, build a family. Right. They will see a young girl, she rough and rugged, she a tomboy. We all heard that before. And they'll see her with a woman and say, oh, it's okay, let her love who she wants to love. No, that's not her purpose. Read.
Woe unto them that call evil good.
Woe means destruction. God said destruction to those that call evil good. Read.
And good evil.
They frown upon you being married with children or being abstinent, saving yourself, as they say. They say abstinent in the world. But if you say, oh, I'm saving myself for marriage, they frown upon you. Why you not sleeping around? Saving yourself for marriage. You got kids? How many kids you got? 4. Why you got 4? Why you got 5? They frown upon things that's good. Read.
That put darkness for light.
Sin, that darkness is sin. Read.
And light for darkness.
Uh-huh.
That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter.
They put wickedness over righteousness in this place. This is the haven of death. Get Isaiah 1:3. And what else goes on in this haven of death that we in? Read that, Isaiah 1:3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Read.
Come on. The ox knoweth his owner,
uh-huh,
and the ass his master's crib.
Read.
But Israel doth not know.
Uh-huh.
My people doth not consider.
Israel is you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Our people don't know who they are. Ask somebody, what's your race? You get 100 different answers. Or some of them don't even bother to care. They don't even know where they come from, what's their history. This Chinese man could tell you, he could go all the way back. This Japanese man could tell you, oh, I'm from Okinawa. He can go all the way back, but we lost in the sauce. You will have a Negro from the south side of Chicago talking about I'm half German, Norwegian, I'm Native American, Costa Rican. How are you all those things? That makes no sense. But why are we like that? Because we lost. Our people don't consider. They don't even think about who they are, what they are. From there, get Revelation 18-15. All of this stuff they got set up is to destroy us. And BT, that's just the one image I found. If y'all got some more when we get to that next one, go ahead and let them rip. Because the next weapon that they use against our people, some of them videos, I ain't even want to play them because they so raunchy and ratchet. Raunchy, I mean. Read that. Revelation 18 and 5.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Uh-huh.
And God has remembered her iniquity.
Last time I checked, when the sins reached to heaven, the Lord did what? He flooded the place. The Lord is going to destroy this place because it is wicked. So he said her sins, meaning America, Babylon the Great, her sins have reached to heaven. The Lord is tired of it. Read on.
And God hath remembered her iniquities.
God has remembered her sin. Read.
Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
So this is John the Revelator saying, Lord, reward her double. Our people have been oppressed here forever. Yeah, put that image up. That's a beautiful image. Because our people see that flag and they think freedom. No, that's pain. The Lord is going to bring destruction upon this place for all their evil. You don't even know half the evil that's been done to us. You know how many sundown towns was in Illinois? They don't even talk about that. Still. Right, still. From there, read on.
In the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Read on.
How much she hath glorified herself.
Because America has glorified herself. Nobody's going to stop us. Nobody's going to bring us down. Read.
And live deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
Because they've been living deliciously here. They got all the wealth, all the money, all the weapons. They think they're going to sit high forever, but the Lord said they will fall. Read.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Read.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Read.
Death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judges her.
For what?
For strong is the Lord God who judges her.
Strong is the Lord God that judgeth her. The Lord is going to judge this place. You know how many of us they done murdered on these shores? Not just Judah. You talking about the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben. Our blood then stained this soil beneath our feet. They done killed us for decades, robbed us, did us wrong, lynched us, separated families. And you think they not going to pay for that? From there, get Isaiah 1 and 9. The Lord says they will pay. And then even today with this agenda, this Sodom agenda, pushing this on the kids. A child can't even be a child today. You could have a cartoon on, and then all of a sudden they got a same-sex character in there. Why? For what? This is for children. Read.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Read.
Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
Except the Lord had left unto us a very small remnant. Read.
We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
If the Lord ain't leave a small remnant, everybody would have fell into this Sodom agenda. These is examples. They are pushing this on all our people. They push on their sons, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be an engineer, be an architect. And this is what they push on our children. With no mercy. From there, you could drop that. From there. Now, what is the other thing they push on our people? What is the other weapon of war? The acceptance of whores. I'm going to say it again. The acceptance of whores. Meaning what? Back then, it was frowned upon to be a whore. You could put that image up. That's the new rapper, Glorilla. Now, I got this image here because the video is too ranchy and raunchy and ratchet and just disgusting. That's a pregnant woman right there with the blue on. Do you see her stomach? That's a pregnant woman shaking her behind in the video. That's why I said this next thing we touched on is the acceptance of whores. And for my brothers that have been around, you know back then, the women that was whores used to try to hide it. Now, they pat them on the back. She's expressing herself. She's being free. That's not being free. From there, get video 5. And let's make sure we got it at the timestamp because they just disgusting. But this is who they put on the TV to destroy young girls' minds. I'm going to show y'all what has happened to the young girls of today. Play that. Make sure we at that timestamp because they is disgusting. The lyrics disgusting, everything. Play. We don't need a lot of it.
I'm looking for
Terrible.
throw that ass, you know you a hoe. Up and down, that booty gon' go. Twerking on your
Terrible. 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 You could drop it. You could drop it. This is who they have influencing the young girls. And I'm going to show y'all some little girls. What has happened to the little girls? I'm going to show y'all. Because they put that on TV, this is what has happened to the little girls. That's video 6. Play.
There's a video that's going viral of beautiful little innocent
Look
kids
at that.
listening to sexy
She
rap
like 4 or
song
5.
and so
And the song she doing that to is the woman that you just seen before. Why they don't let them listen to something like Lauryn Hill old songs? Or something that talked about them being happy about their blackness. No, they dancing and popping they behind to her songs, who y'all just seen. This what they doing to the little girls now. You could drop it. Let's get the next one. Next video, video 7. Now this the same woman at her baby shower. This is what has happened to our people now. Do y'all see? This is what happens to our people in this place. They get corrupted, destroyed. How is this okay? She pregnant. Play. We don't need sound. I don't want us to get no strike. This is at her baby shower. She got a whole bun in the oven. Look at her. How? This is what this about? You could drop it. Hey, and you know who their predecessors are? Pull up Lil' Kim. You could just get a picture of them. A regular picture. Because she was the one rapping like that first, was she not? So she was the mother of all that. I got to pull it up in case y'all don't know who that is. She the mother of all them. She the first one started rapping filthy. We just need a basic little headshot. Yep, her. Because now, and then even when you see her, she didn't destroy herself. She don't look the same way she used to. Like that picture with the brown, when she got the brown hair, she don't look like that no more. She didn't bleach her skin. She is totally different now. Is that a side by side of what she done did? Look at that. Look at that. This filth is going to destroy the young girls. But guess what? We got the word of God to combat that. Right. To kill that stuff, to cast that down to the ground. From there, get Deuteronomy 23 and 17. We got to stop thinking this place is paradise. It's not paradise. Deuteronomy 23, 17. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
What does the Bible say?
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
We got to teach this to our daughters, our granddaughters, our nieces, our little cousins, because as we see on the TV screen, they're telling them it's okay. Today, it's an acceptance to be a whore. Y'all can show them images. It's an acceptance. The acceptance of being a whore. Back then, that wasn't accepted. It was frowned upon, but now it's accepted. Read on.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Same thing with the same sex. You got to teach that to your son. That is not right in the eyesight of God. Everything that was good, that was deemed normal, they saying, no, that ain't right. That's strange. Get Genesis 38 and 15. This is just an example. The whores ain't want to reveal themselves. We finna go in the Bible and show you that. How did the whores dress back then? They weren't always out in the open like that. Genesis 38 and 15.
The book of Genesis, chapter 38 and verse 15.
Read.
When Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot.
Why? Read.
Because she had covered her face.
Read it again.
Because she had covered her face.
The whores, harlots are whores. The whores back then used to wear veils on their face. They used to cover their face. Now today they out in the open, letting it be known that they hoes. That same stuff that y'all see them doing, I have brought it up on the class. I'm coming home with my family. I got my babies in the car. A car full of sisters behind us. Jump out the car, start twerking. Right there on a main street. A busy main street at that. A street everybody in Chicago come down. I'm telling my kids, I'm like, you see them whores. That's nasty. They had no shame. Why? Because today being a whore is accepted. From there, get Sirach 26 and 8. We're going to read down to 12. And all this music that these women make, this is what they be doing. And God speak against that stuff.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 8.
Read.
A drunken woman.
They be drunk. Because in Glorilla little video, they pouring Don Julio down each other's throat. Jumping on top of cars. Read.
A drunken woman, and they gather abroad, cause of great anger, and she will not cover her own shame.
They don't cover their shame. It was a video of a sister going viral. She in front of Planned Parenthood, putting a middle finger to her stomach saying, F the baby. And then her friend give her a bottle of Bacardi, and she down the Bacardi and then run towards Planned Parenthood. That's funny now. That's a joke now. Read.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
Because in they movies, in they videos, they always looking lustful. Got the tarantula eyelashes on. All of them wearing that stuff now. Read.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straightly.
This for us with daughters. If we know they got that spirit, we got to keep them in straightly. We got to know where they going, what they doing. Read.
Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
That's what happened with all them women. They abused themselves. They got too much liberty. They going from country to country, state to state, out there in full-blown whoredom. Read on.
Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee.
If you know she got that spirit, you can't be shocked. She been behaving like that. That's these ridiculous eyelashes. Look at this. And sisters be in competition with each other. Brothers don't be, I'm telling you, ain't no man like, man, I love when she wear them eyelashes. Ain't no brother saying that, man. Right. You look crazy. Ain't no man looking for you to have them on. And sisters, don't be coming in here with them on. So we gonna look at you like, what's wrong with her? For real. You could drop it. From there, get 12. Read 12.
Verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain.
Now, that ain't talking about her actually going to a fountain to get no water. It say she gonna open her mouth like a thirsty traveler. She gonna get out there, spread them legs. Yes. BT, y'all on point. Read on.
And drink of every water near her.
And drink of every water near her. You could put that up, because that music video went viral. That was disgusting. You had, same thing, girls singing that. And that wasn't going to do nothing but corrupt them. Read.
By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
She going to open her legs to every man. From there, get 26 and 25.
Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 25.
Read.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
That's how a shameless woman is supposed to be viewed. But today they say, oh, no, she's inspiring. One of them just won a gospel award. You can't make this up. The same one says she F nigga free won a gospel award. Lord have mercy. We know they ain't got the gospel. Surely we know they ain't got the gospel. Read on.
But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
She that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Has some self-respect, will fear the Lord. That's how you sisters in here got to be grooming yourselves to be. Not like these women here. Them women that we just seen, they disrespectful, they loud. They don't have no shame. I just told y'all the stuff I seen with my family. They do this on TV, on TikTok. You should not be behaving yourself like that. From there, get 1 Timothy 5 and 14. What should the woman be doing? The woman shouldn't be doing what we seen. 1 Timothy 5, 14.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5 and verse 14.
Read.
I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children.
It said get married first. It ain't say pop the baby out first. Because when you hear their music, they always talking about a man sleeping with them. They even got songs talking about taking Plan B pills. This is the filth that's in this place. That's why it's a haven of death. It's set up to destroy you. The only way you ain't going to get destroyed is if you stay in the word of God. Read.
Bear children. Guide the house. Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
How you not going to give occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully? Because you're going to be keeping the commandments. You're going to be doing what's required of you as a woman, not doing what they do. Yeah, put some of them up. Them is excellent examples. This is what we trying to build back. We want our nation back, not this stuff. We want our nation back. From there, get Titus 2, verse 3. We're going to read down to 5. Then we're going to get the next thing that they are destroying our people with.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Read.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. Not false accusers. Not given to much wine. Teachers of good things.
Was not what we seen with them women the total opposite of this? The women, the older women of today don't apply this. The older women of today do what you see in them videos. Some of them might be grandmas. I'm telling you, it's bad now. That's why we need the word of God so we don't get swallowed up in that stuff. Read.
That they may teach the young women to be sober. To love their husbands. To love their children.
A lot of those type of sisters that you seen, they hate their kids. Some of y'all probably seen it when y'all go to the aid office or the doctor. They be beating the hell out the baby. Baby ain't did nothing but be here. But they not taught how to love their children, love their husbands. But guess what? When you come up in here, you learn that through what? The word of God.
That's right.
Read on.
To be discreet. Chaste.
To be discreet. Those women weren't discreet. Today, women is taught not to be discreet. Not to be chaste. Chaste meaning keep your legs closed. Whoever saw a medieval time movie, they had the chastity belt. It was like iron underwear with a lock on it. The daddy had to give you the key to unlock the underwear when you marry the daughter. We need to bring that back. It's bad out here today. Read.
Keepers at home.
Keepers at home. These women today don't stay at home. Some of y'all probably knew women that was like that. Always outside. Read.
Good. Obedient to their own husbands. That the word of God be not blasphemed.
About a woman doing all these things, the word of God ain't going to be blasphemed because she's going to be keeping the commandments. She's going to be following her role as it is written. Now, what's the next thing that they using to destroy our people? Murderers and killers. Let's play that next video. You can read that caption, soldier, please, sir, before we play it. Because we got to know what we finna watch.
Smoking ops, who I smoke.
Play.
He was smoking on LaCroix, now we smoking on. Hold on, that's another story. We be really out with them Stephen Currys. Another story, we be really out with them. Soon 12 lead they block, we be sliding in the hurry. You would think gang them been up in the desert because they thirsty. Yeah,
okay, you could drop it. He's saying he's smoking on ops, meaning he's smoking on somebody he killed. He's mocking the dead. This is what's going on now. And I'm going to show y'all something in a minute because you may say, yeah, that little dude, he wicked. He wicked for making that. But you better know it's somebody behind the whole thing. Don't forget what we talked about at the beginning. That's why you men, this is our job. We got to reach them so they don't get caught up in this system, this haven of death. Y'all understand that? Play on. We finna drop that in a minute. Play on.
Cobras, maniacs, SDs, and we all hang out. Yeah. It's on who we want to rock with. But even when the police pull us over, they're like, what the fuck? Why y'all together? Y'all in all different type of gangs. What the fuck don't make no sense? That's just how we roll.
You could drop it.
I don't know if have you been.
Now, with all of this, who's the orchestrator? I wonder. Let's get the next video. Who is the orchestrator of all the evil? Let's see. We got to get this next one. Oh, who is that? And not just any Esau, Amalek, the one who calls himself a Jew. Let's see what he says about the murder music that our brothers make. You know they won't get no record deal unless they talking about killing each other. They won't get no record deal because they know how to rap or they know how to sing good. They got to be talking about destroying their community. Let's see what he says. Maybe he got a change of heart. Let's see. Let's play it. Let's see what happens.
Particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now it seems like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because
stop. Y'all see how he paused? Y'all see that he said, "Well, why promote that?" And he did one of these. Well, play.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Did y'all hear what he just said? He just asked him, if you know it's evil, if you know it's bad, if you know it's influencing the black and Hispanic race, why keep promoting it and allowing them to make it? He gave a BS answer, and then he said, well, I got people to feed. I got people to take care of. Let's listen. He gonna keep talking.
Business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Take it back. I want us to hear everything that he said. Look how he don't care. That's why we started off where we started off. It's all made by design. They want to keep us in this haven of death. They can make money off us, profit off us, and we could destroy one another. That's what they want. Play
it. Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip.
He said, I got people to feed. I got a business to run. Do you think he give a damn about our people? No. That's what our brothers don't know. Now, from there, let's get Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. Let's get Sirach, chapter 38, verse 23. Sirach 38, verse 23.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 28, 38, and verse 23.
This for our brothers that make that evil music. None of us should be listening to that evil music. Read.
When the dead is at rest, let his remembrance rest.
We don't see that today. You even see young women rappers talking about dead people. What's wrong with you? The Bible says, God says, when the dead is at rest, let his remembrance rest. Read.
And be comforted for him when his spirit is departed from him.
This is how we supposed to deal with the dead. We shouldn't be speaking on them. You even have videos of them going to go pee on people's grave. This is the stuff that go on today. We got to teach them this because they don't know they in error. From there, get 1 Samuel 16:23, because we may think music is harmless. No, music influences you. Who saw they clone Tyrone? Y'all need to watch. If you ain't seen it, you need to watch it. They said it's a comedy, but as we go through all these different things that's in this place, America, it's not a comedy. They really use that stuff to move our minds, get us to act a certain way, behave a certain way. Read.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16, and verse 23.
Read.
And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from God was upon Saul.
So an evil spirit came upon Saul. What happened next?
That David took an harp and played with his hand.
So the harp is an instrument. David would take the harp, play the harp, when that evil spirit would jump on Saul. And what would happen?
So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
That's why music is spiritual. That's why we make music. We got original royalty. You should be playing that. We got too much music to play, opposed to this stuff that we seeing. That's why whenever that music is played in the club, what happened? Somebody die. Somebody start fighting or somebody gets shot and die. That music puts spirits on you. So same way, flip. If you playing righteous music, what type of spirit is going to put on you? A righteous spirit. Sure, when we go to camp, we got our war music we could play. But you want to play righteous music because music does affect you. From there, get 1 Corinthians 15:33. We got to be mindful of what we feed our spirits with, because there's stuff all around us in this place that can affect our spirit, have us thinking a certain way, acting a certain way. Look at the movies. Why was all the drug dealer movies our people almost? You had The Godfather, that was the Italians, but then after that, Scarface, Paid in Full, New Jack City, it's all us. All the drug dealer movies, Blue Hill Avenue, y'all know what I'm talking about. All the drug dealer movies is us. This is an example right here of righteous music. This is music we can play, we can listen to. Y'all finna blow that up. This is just a sample real quick. And it's fire too. This us, so you ain't got to mute it. You can let them hear it a little bit. Still muted.
Glorious scars like a chain with a pendant. Spirit of joy I receive, so I'm sending. Spread it to my bros, that's my fire. Rejecting the truth.
We got too much music to play.
What's my circle, the gold
and think about what type of spirit that's going to put on you while you listening to that. You can drop it. But if you listening to Slide on the Ops, you going to come in here ready to put your hands on somebody. You're like, bro, what the hell wrong with you? Why is you mad? Sis, what's wrong with you? From there, get Genesis 9:6.
You want 1 Corinthians?
Oh, yep. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Mm-hmm. Read.
Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of God.
So we got to awake to righteousness. While we go there, evil communication corrupt good manners. Don't sit up there and think, oh, I'm good, I'm strong. You are in this flesh just like everybody else. And if you're around evil long enough, it will corrupt you. It will alter you, change you. From there, get Genesis 9:6. With that murder, the murderers and killers agenda that they putting on us, we got to teach our brothers this. You got to teach your sons this. You want to run around here be a murderer, you got to teach your sons this. They can't run around and be a murderer. Genesis 9 verse 6.
The book of Genesis, chapter 9 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
What we don't talk about, because they be like, yeah, it's on with them down the block. Okay, but you shot at them first. God said he that sheddeth man's blood, his blood shall be shed. That's why a lot of them be dying. They don't be dying for no reason. They don't be getting hit in the crossfire. They be getting shot because they have shed blood. God says you murder man, you're going to be murdered. Everybody understand that? We got to teach that to these young men. They don't understand that. From there, now, what should we be seeking? Because we in this haven of death. What should we be seeking? We should be seeking the kingdom. Get some of them images up. This is what we got to hope for. Wait on. But you ain't going to get there if you not keeping the commandments. Get Revelation 21 and verse 1. Let's read about what's waiting on us. We all go through hard weeks, hard times. We in this wicked place for crying out loud. So you got to meditate on these things. Read.
The book of Revelations, chapter 21 and verse 1.
Read.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Uh-huh.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
This place gonna be bombs away. Gone. Read.
And there was no more sea.
Uh-huh.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
Read.
Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Read on.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people.
Uh-huh.
And God himself shall be with them and be their God.
Now, when we get in the kingdom, what is waiting on us? I want y'all to wrap y'all heads around this as y'all looking at these images. These is images. Keep these different images up as we read this. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. And God shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes.
Who tired of shedding tears? Who tired of that? Read.
And there shall be no more death.
We all done lost somebody in here. We all done went through some form of losing a loved one, a close friend. Guess what? In the kingdom, you not going to go through that no more. Read.
Neither sorrow.
Who's been sorrowful before? We all have. In the kingdom, you ain't going to go through that no more. Read.
Nor crying.
Nor crying. Read.
Neither shall there be any more pain.
Every last one of us feels some type of pain throughout the week. Whether you up in age, in your youth, we working 9 to 5, slaving, trying to make ends meet in this captivity. We all then felt some form of pain because we in this weak fleshly body. But God said you ain't going to feel no more pain in the kingdom. Read.
For the former things are passed away.
All those old things going to be passed away. That's it on verse 4.
Yes, sir.
Get 2 Ezra 7 and 6. This is what's waiting on us. Look at that. And just imagine how it's really going to be. The pictures ain't doing it justice. Just imagine how it's really going to be. It say the streets is paved with gold in Revelation. Just imagine how it's going to be seeing it with your real eyes. Read that.
2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
What is it full of?
Full of all good things.
The kingdom is full of good things. We just read about some of them good things. No more sickness, no more sorrow, no more pain, no more death. That's some of the good things in the kingdom. To hell with this place. We just read this place gonna get burned down. So why cleave to this place? Knowing it's a haven of death. Knowing it's all these traps and snares you gotta avoid. Seek the kingdom, brothers and sisters. Read.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
The road to the kingdom is set in a dangerous place to fall. Why? Read.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left hand a deep water.
You got fornication, adultery, murder on this side. You got covetousness, envy, wrath on this side. And you got to walk down this narrow path to the kingdom. And only one person could go at a time. Read.
And one only path between them both. Even between the fire and the water. So small that there could be one man go there at once.
That's what we was talking about last class. You can't save everybody. You got to walk this path. Everybody got to walk this path to get to the kingdom. They got to avoid the fire on one side, the water on the other side. If we got an image of that, you can show them that. If you got the image of that. Read on.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance.
So that's given to you for an inheritance. But you got to actually strive to get it. Ain't nobody finna hand it to you. That's promised to you. Read.
If he never shall pass the danger set before it.
You got to pass the danger set before it. It's like it's a briefcase full of $1 million, but it's a crocodile right there. You got to get past that crocodile to get the briefcase full of $1 million. That's how it is. Read.
How shall he receive this inheritance?
How are you going to receive what's promised to you if you don't get past the danger that's set before it? From there, get Hebrews 11 and 14. Yep, that's perfect. Keep that up. That's our walk. That's why we got different chants and stuff that we sing. We got to stay on that straight and narrow path. You go too far to the left, you're going to die. You go too far to the right, you're going to die. You got to stay on that narrow path because that's heaven right there in the middle waiting on you. Y'all understand that? Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 14. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country.
We seek a country. That's what we seeking. You ain't seeking these countries on this earth because wherever you go, Babylon's system is there. Wherever you go, Babylon's system is there. You go to another country, you're going to see white man Jesus. You're going to see hell weaves and all that. I remember we was somewhere at camp, and we was talking to a sister from Ghana. I said, sis, why are the sisters in Ghana wearing hell weave now? Because they watching TV. That's just an example. You go all the way over there, there go the B system right there. Right there in your face. From there. Read that again.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 14. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had an opportunity to have returned.
That's talking about our forefathers. If they had done what they supposed to, they would have had an opportunity to return to that country. Now, get John 14 and 2. Talking about that heaven that's waiting on us. We don't even understand what's waiting on us. We don't even understand. This is just a little nugget right here. John 14 and 2.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions.
Wait a minute. Christ said, in my Father's house are many mansions. Now, don't go Christian-fied, y'all. I know they be trying to pull this in church. But he's saying something heavy right there. Read.
If it were not so, I would have told you.
He said, if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't have told you. Get Baruch 3 and 24. Because he said, in my Father's house are many mansions. Read that.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 24. O Israel, how great is the house of God. And how large is the place of his possession.
And how what?
And how large is the place of his possession.
How large is the place of his possession. Look at that. That's just an image. Imagine what's waiting on you. But what you got to do, you got to keep the commandments. You got to overcome. Revelation 2 and 26. You got to overcome. He ain't finna just hand it to you. He handed it to us before, and we ain't appreciate it. Now we got to fight. That's why it's saying 2nd Esdras, this is the condition of the battle. That man on earth must fight. Now you got to fight to get that. Start at 25.
Verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
That understanding that we got, hold on to it until he come. That's Christ talking. Read.
And he that overcometh.
And he that what?
And he that overcometh.
Or she is talking to the man first, but this go for the sisters too. You ain't going to get to that place of no sorrow, no sickness, no death unless you overcome. Read that part again.
And he that overcometh. And keepeth my works.
And do what?
Keepeth my works.
And do what?
Keepeth my works unto the end. The works
is the laws. You keep his laws unto the end. Then read.
To him will I give power over the nations.
Then we gonna get that power if we keep the commandments unto the end. Read on.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
And we gonna rule them with a rod of iron. We gonna do them worse than they did us, because we gonna have that power on our side. It's gonna be payback time according to the Bible, as thus saith the Lord. Read.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
You ever knock a pot down or a vase? Yeah, put them up. That's how we gonna be. We ain't gonna have these fleshly bodies no more, because these bodies is corrupt. These bodies is full of thorns and thistles. But when we get that new body, that's how we gonna be. We gonna have power. Read.
Even as I received of my Father.
Even as Christ received of his Father. The same way Christ received that power, we gonna receive that power. But what we got to do first, brothers and sisters, overcome and keep the commandments. Right. So I pray y'all was edified. Remember, this is not paradise. This is a haven of death. We got to focus on keeping God's laws so we can make it to the kingdom. All right, Most High Christ bless. Hey, y'all see that barcode? That barcode right there. Support the Booster Club. That's 12 right. Tribes worldwide.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.